Here at the head coach of the Cavaliers, Kristin, Kunzman, whose team is 7 days away from opening the season at Winston-Salem State. Coach, the exhibition season's over. You've played 2 scrimmages. Preseason's winding down. How do you feel about your team?
I feel like we just had a scrimmage there on on Monday, and I think we took a lot from it. I think there were good things, but I think there's definitely a lot that we need to work on over the next week in preparation for our game.
You got 4 starters back and then a host of newcomers. How is the team gelling here in preseason practice?
You know, this team's really had a great chemistry off the floor, and I think in our scrimmage in the second and third quarter, definitely in the fourth quarter, we really saw more of that gelling on the floor, and we really want to continue to see that as we finish up these next 7 days and head into our first game.
I know you always want to play a conference challenge, but there is an advantage to not playing it, and that's that you get to see what your opponent does before you play, as Winston-Salem State travels up to Shepherd. If you could, talk a bit about that and what your preparation is in terms of scouting the Rams.
Well, it's a new team early on. You don't have as much preparation as later on in the year. However, we will have a chance to see a couple games by them, like you stated. So we'll watch those over the weekend and get an idea of where they're at. They have a new coach this year, so just kind of seeing what their system's going to be, who they've brought in, as well as their returners. So right now, we've really just in practices we've been focusing on us. We haven't talked much about it. Our games, and we'll get more into that and our preparation for that into next week.
You're picked 7th in the preseason coaches poll by the Mountain East Conference. You finished 9th in the regular season last year and then won a game in the tournament. Talk a bit about that and your expectations going forward in the conference.
Yeah, being 7th, I think it's preseason, so I think a lot of times I kind of, we don't talk much about it because it's just a preseason vote. It's a new team. Every team's new this year with, all the incoming girls. With that being said, I think we have kind of a bad taste in our mouth from last year. We lost a lot of close games, and we returned 6 solid core girls from our team, and then we have 7 newcomers, and just like we've talked, I just mentioned meshing them together, and they're really starting to gel together on the floor. And I think we're excited. We are excited. Winston-Salem State will definitely be a good gauge for us before heading into Charleston.
That's head coach Kristin Kunzman. Again, the team opens the season a week from today at Winston-Salem State. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.